Let me ask you some specifics on those issues then. Let's talk first about the contraception issue here. President Obama did the compromise where he exempted religious institutions. Now the insurance would pay for it anyway.
Right.
Did you like that compromise, or did you think he shouldn't have even done that?
You know, I mean, I think it was a logistical move on his part. I don't think it was a bad idea. The insurance company should pay for it. And ultimately, I don't think it was, much of a compromise.
So the Democrats, do you think they've been too soft on issues like this? I mean, I know you said already that you're excited to see that they're attacking on this.
Right.
But, I mean, you've got 99% of women on contraception. Shouldn't they think, fantastic, these guys have actually finally showed their hand. They're against contraception. Let's go full steam ahead.
I think to a certain degree, it is good for the Republicans to introduce this sort of legislature because it is going to backfire on them. And I think the most important thing in this next election is that we have a completely, Democrat, Senate and majority in Congress, and so we can finally get through some of these issues and bills that, that they've been pushing against with Obama since the past 4 years.
Now let's talk about Susan G. Komen. You brought that up. They backpedaled.
No kidding.
Yeah. One, were you encouraged by that? And two, do you think they did enough to prove that they're actually back into business of actually trying to cure breast cancer?
I don't think they're back in that business. I don't think they have been for a long time. But I think that's why Planned Parenthood is the only alternative to donating your money to. They do it. They're on the ground on all fronts for women and for men as well, men's health care.
So how far do you think Republicans' real agenda is, right? Now, when it comes to women's issues, they claim, look, we're pro-life, et cetera. But do you think like Rick Santorum says he's not in favor of contraception, but he will not apply that if he's president. Do you think he will apply it?
I think he'll do everything he can to apply it. I wouldn't trust him as far as I could throw him. He's, I've renamed him Sic Rantorum. He's a regressionist, these people are taking this country to places we never were 50 years ago. That's the weird thing, 100 years ago. Even pre-women's, rights. I think that this is a whole new level of ignorance that we haven't ever seen in this country and never had this sort of conversation before.
It's really interesting because, we always think we're progressing forward, right?
Right.
But you're right. In my lifetime, I've never seen this much of an anti-woman agenda ever.
Well, when I was a teenager, when I was a kid, and the feminists were out and people were, activated. Even then, the level of discourse was much higher and much more intellectual. And now we just have these people that don't really know the facts, aren't interested in them, are totally, reacting from this place of fear. And I've never seen anything like it.